The Order of the Immortal Mystic subclass is a really fun sort of like self-healing protective type mystic class that plays very much the same as the others. But let's go over it. We're going to go level 1 to 12 with the combat tutorial and all that fun stuff. And of course we start with the Mystic class. Now as we go through, the 2 cantrips I would start with would be Energy Beam, just a nice fire-based cantrip you can do for some damage. And we'll pair that very nicely with the Psychic Hammer. Push or pull a creature 3 meters, 1 to 6 force damage. A lot of Mystic stuff uses like force damage and whatnot, so not only does it tie into the theme well, but it also means you can push enemies away if you need to, you can pull them closer if you're trying to like aggro them away from other people. Really nice cantrip to have. Now when it comes to your psionic disciplines, I would personally go forward first and make sure you select the Order of the Immortal. Now, this will give you immortal durability. While not wearing armour, you add your Constitution modifier to your armour class. Additionally, gain hit points equal to your Mystic level. Phenomenal. And then there's other things you get as you go through, but just make sure you've got that under control. And then go back and pick your discipline. So as you can see, it will give you bestial form. So you transform your body, gaining the traits of different beasts. Very good to have. It will also give you giant growth. So you infuse yourself with psionic energy to grow to tremendous size, bolstering your strength and durability. Again, a really nice thing to have. After this, I would personally take the Mastery of Air because there is a very nice ability you can use here called Cloak of Air, which means when enemies hit you and essentially they miss, they take damage, and the damage they can take is quite significant. So Mastery of the Air is the first discipline I would choose here. And then for your immortal disciplines, I would stick with Bestial Form and Giant Growth like it automatically selects. Now when it comes to your ability points, I would have 14 Strength, 10 Dexterity, 16 Constitution, 16 Intelligence, 10 Wisdom, and 8 Charisma. If you wanted to, and you have Strength Potions, all that sort of stuff, you could go 14 Dex to help your AC and your Initiative, and 10 Strength, and just make sure you pop those potions for the item we're using. And for your proficiency, you take whatever you feel like. Mystic level 2 brings you your psionic points, which are awesome. These restore on a long rest. We gain telepathy, so we gain the ability to peer into the minds and read thoughts. And mystical recovery. So after spending psi points, you can spend a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1 plus half your mystic level, which would be a maximum of 7 by the end of this build. Mystic level 3 brings you psi limit increase, so we have an increase to 3, as well as a bunch more abilities to choose from. So these are a whole bunch of teleportation type things. For example, teleporting up to 6 meters, being able to increase your armor class by 4 and then gaining the effects of disengage, being able to move forward and then back again, being able to swap places with an ally, all that sort of fun stuff. If you've played any other Mystic class, you've probably got a good inclination of these. But we gain another cantrip at this point, and I personally would take Beacon. Infuse yourself with Bright Light, you can choose the emissive colour. I think this is just really helpful for like utility space spells, especially early game if you are doing this from the start. Using this in the Underdark can be a real big difference maker. And then we get one more psionic discipline, and for me, we are going to take Iron Durability. You transform your body to become a living metal, allowing you to shrug off attacks that would cripple weaker creatures. Now unfortunately it won't let me go over to our... Never mind, there you go. If we come over here, this will give you Iron Hide. So when you hit by an attack, you can harden your skin, increasing your armor class by 3 as a reaction. Steel Hide, so fortify your body, gaining resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage as a bonus action. And Iron Resistance, gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. Really nice way of being defensive. So what you will notice about this build is we are really focusing on being in melee, but we're focusing on bolstering our abilities, bolstering our stats, bolstering our defensive capabilities. Now at level 4 we get psi point increase, and we get Strength of Mind, gain proficiency in a saving throw of your choice. We also get another feat, so for this one we're going to take the Ability Improvement, and Intelligence up to 18. Mystic level 5 brings you a psi limit increase, and Psychic Focus, Intellect Fortress, gain resistance to psychic damage. Now this all depends on if you pick the passive of Intellect Fortress. I do think it's really good, however personally at this point I would take Brute Force more. I think this is just a really nice ability to have. If we come over to here, you'll see, if we come to our Psychic Focus, gain advantage on athletic checks. We gain Brute Strike, so muster up your strength, give yourself 1 to 8 increased damage on your next melee attack this turn. Knockback, so blast your target with immense strength, knocking them back 3 meters and dealing 1 to 4 psychic damage. Mighty Leap, so you propel yourself with sonic energy, jumping up to 6 meters. And Feat of Strength, Augment your own physical ability, gain a plus 10 bonus to strength checks. So we're going to go brute force because we are going to be a melee frontliner. Mystic level 6, Surge of Health. So when you're about to be hit, half incoming damage usable once per short or long rest is just incredible. Mystic level 7, we get the hit points, the sonic points increase, a psi limit increase here, we get more psi points, and we get to pick another passive. So for this one, I would pick Mastery of Force. This will give you the psychic focus of Mastery of Force, so advantage on strength checks. Push, so we can push enemies 1.5 meters. Inertial Armor. Encase yourself in a veil of pure kinetic energy, increasing your base armor to 14 while not wearing armor. This is phenomenal and lasts until long rest, and it isn't concentration. Telekinetic Barrier. So manifest a wall of pressurized force. Creatures within it will be in difficult terrain. Grasp. So grasp a creature in kinetic energy, holding them in place. And Move. Kinetically grab a creature, dealing damage to them and possibly to other creatures they land on. The Mystic level 8 will bring you Psionic Strike. After hitting an enemy with a weapon attack, you can deal an additional 1 to 8 psychic damage. We gain another ability improvement, and I would take this up to 20. Mystic level 9 will bring you another mantle of something, or discipline I should say. So for this one, we are going to pick Titanic Presence. Now if we come over to this will give you immunity against being restrained or falling prone, very helpful. Provoke. So we can infuriate a creature, forcing it to attack us on our next turn. Titan's Rage. So burst into a Titanic Rage. While raging, your melee attacks deal an additional 2 damage. Gain resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Use your intelligence instead of your strength for these checks. And you suffer disadvantage on saving throws to maintain concentration. You get Intervene. Whenever a nearby allied creature takes damage, redirect the damage intended for that creature to yourself. Menacing Presence, to challenge nearby enemies, creatures, taunting them to attack only you. And Titanic Leap. Leap to a chosen location, causing the earth to quake upon landing, possibly knocking enemies prone. The Mystic level 10 will bring you Consumptive Power. Tap into your own life force, regaining 7 points, or 7 psi points, but reducing your maximum hit points by 7, so it's a nice trade-off. And then we get one more cantrip, and for this one, we're going to take Mind Slam. 3 to 18 force damage, knock target creature prone. Mystic level 11 will bring you Sonic Mastery, as well as a Sonic Mastery charge. Now Sonic Mastery is allowed to cast Sonic Discipline as a free action and without expending any psi points. Really handy, especially near the end of the game. And then for our final level, level 12, we get to pick another passive and a feat. So before that, we have our passive Discipline, and for this one we are going to pick Adaptive Body. So if we come to this, we'll gain Environmental Adapt, touch a creature to make them resistant to the elements, making them immune to acid, wet, burning and chilled. An Adaptive Shield, so when taking those types of damage, you become resistant to it till the end of your next turn. Energy Adaptations, touch a creature and give it resistance to cold, acid, fire, lightning or thunder. And Energy Immunity. Essentially we've got a nice way of not only defending ourselves but also our allies, and we can protect ourselves from bludgeoning, piercing as well as elemental attacks. And then for your ability score improvement, we are going to take our Constitution up to 18, so we benefit from the improved AC because we're not wearing armor. Okay, so let's go over our equipment. Now for our headwear, I like wearing the Brow Beacon Circlet. We gain +1 bonus to spell save DC while threatened, which is very important because we are going to be melee. You could also use the Soul of Mass Perception, either or, whatever you want. We're going to take the Flesh Melter Cloak because again we are going to be melee, so whenever we take melee damage, the attacker will take 1 to 4 acid damage. We're going to take the Boots of Genial Striding, so unimpeded by difficult terrain. The Vest of Soul Rejuvenation, so whenever we succeed a saving throw against a spell, we'll regain 1 to 4 hit points. We can use a reaction to make an unarmed strike against any attacker that misses, and a +2 to armor class. Obviously this is better for monks, but the +2 to armor class for not wearing armor, as well as the saving throw healing, is worth it. We're also going to take the Braces of Defense to gain +2 bonus to armor class, as long as we're not wearing armor or holding a shield. We're going to take the Strange Conduit Ring, so while concentrating on a spell, we'll deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage with our weapon attacks. The Burnish Ring, so we gain Paralysing Ray. The Moondrop Pendant, so when the wearer hits 50% hit points or less, we don't provoke opportunity attacks. And then I like taking Cornelian's Grace. I know it's not a lot of damage, but a +1 bonus to unarmed attacks and damage. Again, not the best. But unhampered resistance. While the wearer is not wielding armor, we receive a +2 bonus to saving throws. Obviously, you could take any other staff you want to. I would avoid something like the staff with spell power or marker share, because we don't have those spell slots needed. But any kind of staff for me works the best with this build. So that is the build. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we just left camp. As you can see, our armor class is 20. Now what I like doing, first thing we do as soon as we leave, is come in here and we're going to turn on our increased armor class by 1 with the iron durability. So now we have an AC of 21. Next thing we are going to do is we're going to go through our abilities here, and we want to make sure we take our bestial transformation, and we're going to make sure we turn on tough hide. So your skin becomes as tough as leather, increasing your armor class by 2. And then if we come into here, you'll see we currently have an armor class of 23. Okay, as you can see, we start the combat and we're sort of near the bottom, but that's okay. So what we are going to do is, first thing, we're going to start closing the distance, and we want to turn on Cloak of Air. This is a bonus action, and attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and when a melee attack misses you, deal 2 to 12 slashing damage to the attacker. So we're going to get this going, and we kind of want to make sure actually that we're in melee range. So we'll come here, that chance, then they've got more chance of attacking us. And what that means is we can hit them with our base staff attack if we want to, or we have other abilities we can do, such as our Psychic Hammer, we've got Bestial Claws, all that sort of fun stuff. Let's just do a base attack for now, so you can see the damage output. Never mind. So you see our AC is so good, they missed their first attack. Unfortunately they did get a second, but we do maintain our concentration. So what we'll do is we still got our concentration going with our bonus action for our wind. So we, again, have so many good things, but a lot of them are concentration based, so bear that in mind. If you want to do something like Ogre Form, it's going to use your concentration. Giant Form, again, it's going to use your concentration. So what we'll do instead is we're going to do Muster Up Strength, and we're just going to Brute Strength ourselves. Now you can upscale as much as you want with as many Sonic points as you want. We're just going to do it at 3rd level. And then, if we smack with our staff, we can do Knockback and Sonic Strike. So let's do Sonic Strike. You see they took more damage. Again, another big miss. And we maintain concentration once again. And again, we got other things, so we can do our Bestial Claws. So again, you can upcast this, so we'll do this at 3rd level too. And we'll just do it on Skeeve here. And a huge 34 damage, and we got Mystical Recovery. That still frees up our bonus action if we want it. We could change our bestial form, we can change our concentration, lots of cool stuff like that. So this is the problem with the Mystic class, is they are very concentration heavy. So just bear that in mind. I'm really trying to get them to hit our Mystic, and it's not working. Unless it's the Archer who keeps missing. See? Alright, once again, let's just try this. We'll do a Brute Strike again. In fact, no we won't. We will come back in here. And we're going to do Bestial Strike again, but we're going to upcast it to level 7. Now, you see, because they are a Barbarian, obviously less damage, but we can do Knockback. Which they saved as well, which is very unfortunate. Again, another big miss. And another one. And essentially, I'm going to try and let everyone die so I can show you these actual, like, how this Gust of Wind ability works. So you just need a very base attack. As you see, not much damage. You can pump it up with your Psionic damage. Hey, there we go, finally. As you can see, big miss. And they took 4 damage, and then another big miss, they took 5 damage. But that's only for melee hits. And as you can see, we can just stand here and dodge all of their damage. We can then come back in if we want to. Bestial Claws, do it at level 3. Do a knockback if possible. Unfortunate. Again, more misses. We've just stacked our AC so incredibly. And then what we can start doing is just using some of our cantrips, like a Mind Slam. So if we were to cast this, say, on Sparks, never mind, they made their save. We still have our bonus action though, so for this one, again, we can do... Let's do a Titan's Rage. So this is now means we have disadvantage on maintaining our concentration if we get hit though. Okay, so unfortunately the Barbarian died before we can really do anything. But it's fine to still concentrate on our rage. So from here, what we can do is we can come up with a huge Titanic Leap. We're going to do this at 5th. And I'm hoping we can land it. Now they are rogue, so who knows? No, it worked. We knocked 2 of them down. So you can see big damage. And that class is a bonus action, meaning we can still smack with our main action and get that damage and base stuff out. And also, if you want to use more than the staff, you're more than welcome to. I just think the staff helps with your concentration or the spell casting, especially when it comes to raging, keeping your concentration with this wind up. As you see, huge misses still. Now, we're raging, we still have concentration, and we can start throwing out some other fun things. So let's do a move. Do this at 5th level. As you see, you can kind of just throw them around. Now it has to be somewhere you can reach. So for example, we could throw them here. And there you go, huge amount of fall damage then. Still got 6 health, which isn't ideal, but you get the gist of it. You can just throw people around like crazy. All while concentrating and all while raging. So we've sort of got like this hybrid within one little subclass so far. And you see the enemy made a big miss there, still trying to run up on us. And once again, even from range, we have the ability to throw enemies around. Just like that. So that is the gist of it, and we didn't even really bolster ourselves up with an inertial armor. So if we hit this as well, and then we come into here, we are fully stacked out. And it's just amazing. You can really balance like the rage with the winds here that deal damage to melee attacks. And this is obviously without even being a boss fight, where you can really just focus down and you can protect your allies and all sorts of fun stuff from elemental attacks and everything. So I really hope you've enjoyed the Immortal subclass. As you can see, fully heals itself up as well, thanks to all the abilities we have. It's just tremendous. So if you have enjoyed, please let me know in the comments below and let me know what you change, any new items, abilities, all that fun stuff. If you're really, please drop the video a like, helps me tremendously, and subscribe to your channel for more. Got more guides for Baldur's Gate, more guides for Dragon Age the Veilguard, Path of Exile 2, all that fun stuff. Regardless, I do hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.